welcome to the One Client Away Challenge, day 5, everybody. Welcome. Go ahead and let me know in the chat if you are hashtag team live or if you're on the rerun. Go to hashtag team rerun. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I'm Sean Q, your sales coach this week, along with Brian and Heather. How many of you loved Brian's session yesterday? It was jam-packed, full of so many incredible gold nuggets, and it's pretty amazing. And so I'm curious, let me know in the chat, what was your biggest gold nugget from yesterday? What are you still chewing on? What is something that came up that you're like, oh, I needed to hear that yesterday? Let me know in the chat. And it's going to be so good. I see Michelle's here. So good to see you. I see AC. I see Paige. I see Valerie. So good to see you. Now, if you have a question during today's training, go ahead and use hashtag question. We want to answer your questions. We're going to do Q&A at the very end, but don't wait till the end to ask your question. Use hashtag question. Actually, right now, go ahead and type this out. Hashtag question in the chat. Put it in the chat, and that way you can get your fingers ready. You can practice that hashtag question. So good. All right, so I am wanting to jump in, but I see Paige. She says, wow, I think my biggest gold nugget has probably been that successful people want to work less, and that I have begun to think like this too, 100%. If you can begin to position the work that you do in such a way that it saves people time, high-ticket buyers are willing to spend money to save time. So that's so key. I love that's been your biggest gold nugget. Now, again, if you have a question, go ahead and put hashtag question in the chat, and we'll make sure to answer that. If you're live with us, go ahead and put hashtag live. If you're on the rerun, go ahead and put hashtag team rerun. I want to jump right in, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Happy Friday, y'all. All right, so I've pressed play to the day 5, the Scalable Coaches Model. How many of you, let me know in the chat, want to actually scale the work that you do? How many of you have looked at your calendar and recognized there's a very limited amount of time on your calendar, and you don't want to spend all that time in coaching sessions or just in coaching calls, but you want to build something where you're able to do what you love? How many of you love the power of coaching? When I discovered coaching, I fell in love with it. How many of you also want to be able to coach on your own time and not have to have a million clients and then no time for life? This is just for everybody, real quick. One of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of people make is they build their business then try to fit their lifestyle around their business. The exact opposite is the actual way to do it, is to build your lifestyle. What is your dream lifestyle? What is it you actually want? How do you want your schedule to look like? And then begin to be strategic about how you build your business around that lifestyle. So key. That's just free for somebody. That's a gold nugget. That's a breakthrough for someone. I know it. Okay, let's jump in. We are giving away some prizes today, some giveaways. I love giving away some stuff. We're giving away an iPad mini. We're giving away an Amazon gift card. We're giving away 3 book bundles. And we're giving away a VIP day with me, Brian, and Heather. Their sessions were just fire. Let me know in the chat what you're still chewing on from their sessions. But we're giving away a ton of prizes at the end of today, so make sure you're here live and you might win. It's going to be pretty incredible. This week, all of these are replays. Day 1, how to find and attract coaching clients. Day 2, creating excited buyers with smart social. Day 3, the Heck Yes Sales System. Day 4, the secret psychology behind leadership and influence. All these replays are available. Go watch them if you haven't caught them. Day 5, the Scalable Coaches Model, which is today. And guess what? We have some bonus workbooks released each day with cheat sheets, scripts, and templates. And you know what? I'm actually going to stop sharing real quick, and I'm going to hide this little thing right there. Just because I noticed that's there. Okay, now here's what's really exciting. This week, we have all of these replays. We got day 5, the Scalable Coaches Model, bonus workbooks released each day. Here's the bonus week. All the replays, including today's, will be up until 11:59 p.m. on Pacific time, California time, on Friday, January 25th. So that's not today. That's this upcoming Friday, I believe. Maybe that date's wrong. But it's this upcoming Friday. You have 7 more days left to watch these trainings. So if you're like, oh my gosh, I need to go watch day 2 again, go watch day 2 again. It was so good. And we got a bonus week coming up this week. We got Monday, free group coaching on Zoom. You've been hearing from me and the rest of the team all week. We want to actually coach you on Zoom, not in a live stream. So that's going to be on Monday. You have to sign up for that. The team's going to put the link for that in the chat. On Tuesday, we're going to do a client success panel. We're going to bring in all the people that have had success in the challenge, and they're going to share with you why they were able to get results, make progress, move forward, how they were able to overcome challenges. And so the One Client Away Challenge Success Panel is going to be pretty phenomenal. You're going to want to be here. It's going to be live streamed in this group at 9 a.m. Pacific time. And then Wednesday, I'm going to be doing a bonus training called the 7 Laws of Abundance. These are universal laws that we've discovered that are scientifically proven to enhance your productivity, to get you to be in a world of abundance, to look through the lens of opportunity, to create a lot of joy and freedom in your life. And so we're going to be talking about the 7 scientific laws of abundance on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time. Thursday, we're going to do extended coaching and Q&A. We want to answer every single question. So if you're like, Sean, I want to know how to do VIP days, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into VIP days on how to sell it during Thursday. If you're like, Sean, I want to know how to do a launch event, or I want to learn how to do a webinar, we're going to do extended coaching and Q&A on Thursday. And then Friday is going to be the final day for you to watch those replays. So make sure you catch those replays. How are you? Like, are you just so excited? Like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so good. Like, we love to over deliver here. So let me know. Use hashtag this challenge is over delivery, or over delivering in this challenge, or whatever you want to put, if you feel like, yeah, Sean, you're giving quite a bit away. Now, I believe breakthrough is found in your celebration. So did you do a live stream? Did you send an interview request? Did you schedule an interview? Did you do an interview? Did you schedule a wow talk? Did you do a wow talk? Did you schedule a sales call? Maybe you had a sales call. Maybe you even landed a client. I know Occam landed a client from a referral this week. I know Heather landed a $5,500 client from someone who listened to her on a podcast like months ago. And so this process works. We're going to break it down today. But I want to know, did you land a client this week like Heather and Occam? Did you do a sales call? Let me know in the chat. I'm loving all the breakthroughs that you guys are experiencing. I love all the comments coming in. So quick recap. This week, you crafted a new offer. You gained new insight into your dream client psychographics. You conducted an ask campaign through interviews. You set boundaries by creating non-negotiables. You discovered the fastest way to get a client. You now understand the 3 conversational breakdown of a high-ticket sale. You created an experience of your work through a wow talk. You became absolutely certain buyers win from buying from you. You grabbed a hold of the perfect sales transition. You watched and used the Heck Yes Sales process. You use the dream client matrix to uncover who you really want to work with. You discovered the ABRA objection strategy, and you decided hashtag no more was fear and rejection going to stop you. And you took loads of notes and massive action. Whew, you did quite a bit this week. I'm curious. Did you join this challenge thinking it was going to be like one big sales pitch? Or like, were you surprised by how much we're actually giving away in the challenge? Let me know in the chat, because our job was to give you an experience like you've never had before. And I hope that we accomplished our goal. I want to know, what was your biggest hashtag gold nugget from this week? And as you're sharing that in the chat, like, what are you chewing on from all week? Maybe it's day 1 and you realize, oh my gosh, I'm attracting struggle clients and not successful clients. Or maybe it's day 2 where you're like, oh my gosh, I've been spending all this time on attraction marketing and not initiative marketing, like just getting into conversation. Maybe it was day 3 where you discovered, I'm making all these sales mistakes and I can fix them. And it's so easy to fix them. Maybe it was day 4 where you're like, I'm running away from objections instead of leaning in and stepping into leadership during those conversations. Let me know, what was your biggest gold nugget from all week? Today's training, we're going to talk about becoming the boss you were always meant to be, the top 9 reasons you will fail, and how you can avoid major mistakes as you move forward, and the Scalable Coaches Model. Let me know, which one are you most excited about covering today? Let me know in the chat. If you've seen this training in the past, there's new stuff today. So get ready to lean in. It's going to be pretty exciting. Let's talk about leadership. Who you believe you are will directly impact what you ask for and choose to do. If you believe that you're a professional coach who can command higher prices because you bring high value, then what you're going to do in a sales call is you're going to ask for the price that you deserve. If you know that you've been called to get visible and to show up with the message that you have been given, you will show up live. You will go live. You will post consistently. You will show up on social. You will get into those networking meetings. You will connect with the right people. If you believe, well, I'm just getting started, I'm an amateur, I don't know what I'm really doing, well, guess what? That's going to shift the things you do and the things you ask for. So right now, can I call you up into leadership? Can I call you out and up into you are a professional coach? Somebody put that in the chat. Hashtag I am a professional coach. You're a professional. It's time to build your business like a professional. You're a leader. You're being called to do the work of leadership by the clients who are waiting for you to show up and shine. There are people who are waiting for you because you have the message and the solution for them. And they're calling out and they're saying, will somebody help me? Will somebody show up for me? And that's your responsibility and obligation if you have a solution to show up for them. So they're calling out for you. But here's the truth. Being called to do something isn't enough. Unless you make a commitment to the practice of your work, nothing will happen. In other words, it's not the most talented that are the most successful. You can have all the talents in the world. But if you don't show up, it doesn't matter. It's not the most talented that are the most successful. Somebody take a deep sigh of relief and somebody get excited, right? Like, it's not the most talented. It's the most consistent. It's the people who show up again and again and again, who fall and get back up again and again and again, who show up, it doesn't work, I'm going to do it again and again and again, who says, I'm going to show up my best today, and if it doesn't work today, I'm going to show up my best tomorrow, and if it doesn't work then, it's going to eventually work because I'm not giving up. I remember this quote from somebody that said, I looked at a mountain that I was hiking at, and I looked at it and I declared to it, I will eventually conquer you. He was having a hard time hiking this mountain because as a mountain, you cannot grow, but as a human, I can. Catch that. He looked at this mountain, he looked at this obstacle, he looked at this goal that he had, and he said, as a challenge, you cannot grow, but as a person, I can. And so I'm going to keep showing up to this mountain again and again and again. That was a breakthrough for someone. Here's how I know you're a leader, because you are constantly on the lookout, searching for ways to improve your skill and remove habits that don't serve your dream. That's why you're here today. You wouldn't have signed up for the challenge unless you were a leader. That's why you showed up this week. You recognize that your business will never change unless you change first. Somebody lean into that. Your business will never outgrow you. And if it does, you won't be able to handle it and it will just come right back down. You as a person must grow, as a leader must grow, so that your business doesn't have a cap. Do you see how different you showed up this week? It was incredibly inspiring watching you. You took big risks this week that paid off. I think it was Akam who talked to his physician who had a doctor's appointment, and he was like, hey, I can help your clients. Can I help them? Can you send me referrals? And the doctor was like, yeah, first of all, I want a session and I want to send clients your way. You took big risks this week that paid off in the form of clarity, decisions, connections, opportunity, and even clients. You gave your business the time and attention and investment it deserved. So I want to know in the chat, what changes are you choosing to make because of this week that will lead you to your next big breakthrough? If this was a week of you just collecting information, if this training is you just taking notes that are eventually going to live in some freebie folder that you're never going to look at again, this was a huge waste of time. Huge waste of energy, huge waste of resources. So I'm curious, because I know you're a leader, you're not going to let that happen. What changes are you choosing to make because of this week that will lead you to your next big breakthrough? Let me know in the chat. Maybe for you, you're going to start showing up more consistently. You're making a decision right now. I'm going to show up. Maybe for you, it's I'm going to actually ask for what my offer is worth. Maybe for you, it's I'm going to spend the time to get clear about what my offer is and who I'm targeting and who my dream clients are. Now, as you do this work, there are 9 obstacles you must commit to overcoming. There are 9 obstacles you must commit to overcoming. Here's the truth. 9 out of 10 of all, somebody say all in the chat, all businesses fail within the first 18 months. 9 out of 10. Only 4% of the businesses that actually make it generate 1 million annual in revenue. Who here wants to be a part of that 4%? Somebody say, I'm part of that 4%. I'm getting to that 4%. Only 4% of businesses make it to 1 million annual revenue. Are you committed to being a part of the 4% so you can change lives, create jobs, travel with your family, and make the world a better place? One of my favorite things to do is pay my staff, is to run payroll. Because I'm creating jobs and I'm giving them the ability to do what they love. How many of you also want to create jobs? You want to run a business where you have a people group who is absolutely supportive of your mission, who work 40 hours a week helping you win. How many of you want to travel with your family, make the world a better place, change lives? Let me know in the chat. If you said, heck yes, that is me, then I want to show you the 9 obstacles standing in your way so you can overcome every single one of them. If you're a leader, if you're a boss, if you're an influencer, it's your job to plan to win. Somebody in the chat put plan to win. It's your job to take time out of your week to say, okay, how am I going to show up? How am I going to overcome this? There was a scientific study that revealed that people who spend at least 5 minutes, just a minimum of 5 minutes a day, thinking about the work they're about to do, get more done, show up more happy, like more aligned. They're more joyful at the end of the day, and they feel like they're so much more productive. They're faster. They're more efficient. They're more productive. They get more done. 5 minutes a day just thinking, just planning on winning, versus those who just get to work. So you're a leader. It's time to plan to win. As I share this list, I want you to recognize what pitfalls you tend to fall in. Are you ready to boss up? Let me know in the chat. Before I share these, I'm going to go ahead and check the comments and see what's coming up. I see somebody says committed to growing, prospecting, making offers, creating commitments, and follow through, finishing strong. Somebody says plan to win. It's my job. Somebody says si se puede. I think that's AC. Somebody said I'm so looking forward to having to run payroll. Listen, one of my greatest joys in life is that I've run payroll for the last 4 years without missing a single one. Like, I've been able to create jobs for the last 4 years for myself and my staff without missing a single payroll. That has been so incredible. Paige says, daily conversations. Yes. Somebody says, hashtag plan to win. So good, so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right back in. Okay. Are you ready to boss up? Pitfall number 9, you don't know what you want and your vision hasn't been made clear. One of the exercises we have our clients do is write down an I want document. This is write every single thing you want down. You want a house on a beach? Write it down. You want to be able to have that nice car, that dream car? Put it down. You want to be able to put $50,000 a year away for your kid? Put that down. You want to be able to have a budget for travel? Put that. You want to have a stylist who buys you clothes every week or every month or whatever? Put that down. Everything you want, write it down. Because if you don't know where the money is going to go, it's going to be really hard for you to feel attracted to it, connected to it. Here's what's going to happen is as you write down your I want statements, what's going to happen, and we're going to cover this in the bonus training on the 7 laws of abundance, a lot of subconscious beliefs are going to come up. I remember when I said, I want to be able to take 6 weeks completely off without any work, just completely off. I wrote it down, and the first thought that came up is, oh my gosh, my clients and my staff are going to hate me for that. They're going to be so mad at me for taking time off. And my clients love me, right? Like, I love my clients. My staff loves me. I love my staff. They want me to rest, right? Because then I can show up powerfully. Yet that belief came up when I said what I wanted. So what I want you to do, if you don't know what you want and your vision hasn't been made clear, spend an hour writing everything you can think of down that you want. No matter how outrageous or how crazy you feel like it might be. It's a desire of yours, write it down. And then also write down the subconscious beliefs that are coming up, because then that's the real work that can happen. Once we clear those things out, you're able to actually go towards what you want. Pitfall number 8. You have the drive, you're willing to do the hard work, but you don't have the know-how. Or you just don't know how. When I first got started, I read every book, listened to every podcast, watched every training. I did everything I could for free. And I had a couple of things. Somebody said, do Facebook groups. And the next person would say, don't do Facebook groups. Somebody said, go on Twitter, which, well, it's X now, but go on Twitter. And then another person would say, don't spend time on Twitter. And it was like, do a podcast, don't do a podcast. And I just didn't know what was the right answer for me. I was willing to do the hard work, and I was running 1,000 miles an hour, but I was going in in so many different directions and in the wrong way. I was running 1,000 miles an hour in the wrong direction. So even though you have the drive, you may not have the know-how. Let me know in the chat if that's you. Pitfall number 7, you change your mind too quickly. Oh, this is a good one. You change your mind too quickly, or you change your mind based off of your gut rather than on data. Let me tell you something. Your gut is like 50-50. Sometimes right, sometimes wrong. Sometimes it's a pizza from last night. Sometimes it's just discomfort. Sometimes it's just fear rather than misalignment. So if you're changing your mind so quickly, like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then a week later, you're not doing that anymore because you're on this thing. And you're kind of basing those decisions on your gut rather than on hard data based off the market, then what's happening is you're making decisions without all the information you need to make confident decisions. We change our minds all the time, but we look at the data and say, what is the data telling us? And so if this is you, I want you to call it out right now. Just put it in the chat. That's pitfall number 7 is me. Okay, pitfall number 6, you're DIYing it all, making it take forever. Listen, DIYing it is going to take you a long time to figure it out yourself. I am anti figure it out yourself. If there's someone who knows how to do it, I'm going to go to that person and ask them, how do I do this? It's never a how question anymore for our clients. They're never asking, how do I do this? They're asking, who do I know that knows how to do this and can fast track me? DIYing it is going to take you forever. Finding someone who knows how to do it is going to fast track and accelerate the journey. So pitfall number 6, let me know if this has been you. It's okay, no shame. Pitfall number 5, you have a hard time staying focused. Squirrel! Who here has struggled with squirrel syndrome? Me 100%. Right? You're like, ooh, AI. That sounds really exciting. We're going to talk about that actually at the extended Q&A as well on Thursday. Maybe you're like, ooh, maybe it's like Facebook groups or podcasting or virtual or like there's just all these things that you're just kind of like squirrel syndrome. You're just going to one fancy flashy thing to the next flashy thing and you're not staying consistent. Pitfall number 4, you're focused on non-revenue generating activities. I can't tell you how many times I see this. We do free coaching calls, and one of the very first things we do is we audit your activity and we identify, okay, where are you spending your time? Okay, 9 out of 10 of these things is actually not making you money. Let's scrap that. How much money did you just save? Or how much time did you just save by scrapping those 9 out of 10 things? Oh, great. You saved like 30 hours a week. Now, let's say we spent 30 hours a week on actual revenue generating activities. How much money are you going to make and how fast? Awesome. So if you're focused on non-revenue generating activities, things that are directly tied to you generating revenue, especially if you're making less than, I'd say about $300,000 a year. If you're making about $300,000 a year, that's where you're ready for some systems and to do some things that are non-revenue generating, so you can build automations. But if you're under $300,000 a year, in our experience working with our clients, the number one thing is simply get rid of everything on your calendar that's not generating revenue. Now, the next 3 are make it or break it. Let me know. Put this in the chat. # make it or break it. Next 3 are make it or break it issues. Pitfall number 3, you're not generating leads. This is literally the lifeblood of your business. If you do not have blood in your body, you are dead. You are non-alive. You're not generating leads, which is the lifeblood of your business. There are nobody reaching out to you and you're not reaching out to anybody. You have no idea who do I reach out to, who could potentially be a client. Okay, this includes having a strategy. Somebody say in the chat, strategy to getting visible, showing up on social and building brand awareness that's aligned to you. Some of you absolutely should start a podcast if you don't have one. Some of you will waste your time doing a podcast. You should be on YouTube. Some of you should not be on YouTube, or the tube of you. We're not actually supposed to say the Y word because then the book of face is going to like drop our reach, but whatever. Okay, some of you should be on X, right? Formerly known as Twitter. You need a strategy that's going to help you get visible, show up on social, and build brand awareness that's aligned to you and your dream clients. Pitfall number 2 is you're not converting those leads. So maybe you do have leads, right? You have people liking your stuff, following your stuff. You have people showing up for you. You're showing up consistently, but nobody's buying from you, right? You're not converting leads into clients. This is where a system, somebody put in the chat, system. Your sales system is likely leaking or maybe not even put together properly. You don't even have a system. You're just kind of like winging it. They're not buying, they're not interested, or they're not even ready for you. Strategies and systems are the 2 things most coaches need support with. Strategies and systems. Strategies are things you do over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. Okay, we do, as an example, we do this challenge. This is a strategy for us to find dream clients, right? We know some of the people who are going to watch this challenge are going to be like, oh my gosh, Sean, we align. Brian, Heather, I'm ready for you. Other people are going to watch this and say, I'm going to go to the next thing. And that's 100% okay because we are using the strategy to attract the right people. And we do this again and again and again and again. It's a rinse and repeat. We have a strategy that you rinse and repeat. We do summits. We have a certification process. We do a ton of different things that are strategic to generating leads for us. You might hear my dog in the background. Systems are do it, then done, or one and done. Do it, then done. What does that mean? It means you put it together, and then you just run people through it. And that's it. We have systems. We have automations. We have things that we built, and we never have to build it again, unless we want to tweak it or improve it. Okay, there's a difference. Some of you are trying sales strategies when you should have a system in place. Some of you are trying marketing systems to automate all your marketing, which there's a process to doing that. I think if you're at 300,000 or more, you can start building marketing strategies or systems. But most of you need marketing strategies that you could just do again and again. You show up and again and again. Now, even if you have the systems and strategies, there's still one key pillar of success missing. Let me know. Is this making sense for you? Let me know in the chat. Go to hashtag this is so clear. Okay, even with systems and strategies, there's still one key pillar of success missing. This one pitfall is why freebies don't work to create long-term success. You might get one thing here, one thing there, but it doesn't create long-term success. This one pitfall is why going it alone almost always leads to failure. Let me know in the chat. Go and put hashtag heck yes. Do you want to increase your productivity every single day by 250%? Scientifically proven. There have been studies on this. You increase your productivity every single day by 250% by fixing this pitfall. Do you want to increase your chances of doing what you say you're going to do? Are you already committed to showing up as the very best version of yourself every single day moving forward? Let me know in the chat. The number one pitfall for entrepreneurs, coaches, success, people who are successful, the number one pitfall for people who want to be successful. Number one pitfall? Drum roll, please. Pitfall number one. You don't have experienced, committed accountability to keep you moving in the right direction every single day. You can have the systems, you can have the strategies, but if you don't show up to use them and you don't have accountability to use them, then they just sit there. How many of you have taken courses before and they're just stuck in some drive somewhere? I know that's been me. How many of you have downloaded freebies that give you everything you needed and then it just kind of sits there and you forget about it? You don't show up to do the work. The top secret to wild success is experienced and committed accountability. Somebody put that in the chat. Experienced and committed. Let me break this down. Experience means they've been there, done that, right? You come up with a question like, hey, how do I do this? Oh, I've been there before. Here's how we do it. And people who are committed, just as committed as you are, who say, hey, I'm going to show up for you every single day as you show up for your business every single day. Experienced and committed accountability. This is why some accountability partners just don't work out. Right? Have you ever been in an accountability relationship? Let me tell you something. Me and my wife, we are the hardest people to stay committed to each other when it comes to food. Because I'll come home and then I'll be like, let's just go get some Chipotle. It's like, okay, even though we have this commitment, right? We're the worst for each other in that way. Which is why we've gone out and found someone else who's experienced and committed at keeping us accountable. Right? Sometimes we're just not committed to that part of our lifestyle. So we need experienced and committed accountability. No matter how much you plan, strategize, and document, without experience, committed accountability, the action you take and the motivation you feel will often fizzle out. Do you see how just this week with system, strategy, and accountability, everything shifted for you? Here's the truth. Doing the wrong things better is not progress. Oh, that was a breakthrough for someone. Doing the wrong things better is not progress. It's just a waste of time. Are you ready to do the right actions in the right order at the right time? Somebody say heck yes in the chat. Are you ready to continue making big moves in your business? Somebody say hashtag heck yes in the chat. Are you ready to continue the momentum every single day, even after this challenge? Somebody say hashtag yes in the chat. My job this week was to give you an experience like you've never had before. Heather's job, Brian's job, was to give you an experience like you've never had before. Did we do that? Let me know in the chat. Somebody told me recently, Sean, you've ruined challenges for me because I go to those challenges and I think I'm going to get all this value like I've gotten in yours. And then I don't. It's like a sales pitch. It was to serve you so extraordinarily that you never forget our time together. I hope 2 years from now you remember the experience you had in this challenge. So if that's the case, then I want to share with you the scalable coach and the coach's model, the scalable coach's model. Who here wants to be a scalable coach? Scalable. Here it is, super simple. If somebody has more than 3 steps in their framework or in their process, more than 3 to 5, I'd say, and it's a little too overcomplicated. Okay, so 3 steps, super simple business plan. Number 1 is attract, making sure you're getting in front of the right people by leveraging the right content, platform, and audience. You need content, platform, and audience to be aligned so that there's magic happening. Number 2, convert. This is where you use the Heck Yes sales system to nurture ready, able, and willing to pay leads to the sale. So you attract them, you convert them, and then you scale by building operational systems that allow you to delegate and step away whenever you want. One of the most beautiful moments in my journey as an entrepreneur was being able to take paternity leave for about 6 to 8 weeks. I empowered my team, they took everything, and I reached out maybe once or twice during that time. It was incredible for me to have the freedom because we scaled to a point where we had team, where we had systems, and it was all taken care of. So let's break this down a little bit more deeper. So step 1, attract. I mentioned this. This is having content, platform, and people. Let's talk about content. Content gets dream clients to say, yes, this, oh my gosh, I needed to read this today. I needed to watch the stream today. I needed to see this today. I needed to listen today. Yes, I agree with all this. Oh my gosh, yes. Right? People saying, yes. Platform. This is making sure that you're on a platform that allows you to powerfully shine and grab the right kind of attention. How many of you are sick of the rhythm of algo, you know what I mean, on any of these platforms derailing you? It might not be the rhythm of algo. It might be that you're on the wrong platform. And then people, this is making sure people who you're connecting with the right people, strategic relationships, power partners is a term that I've learned. People who know you, who say your name in the right rooms and open doors previously locked for you. Listen, there's a partner that I have, a business partner, or a strategic relationship. They say my name every single time they speak. Like, they are like the best people in the world because they go and speak on stages and then they're talking to the event directors and saying, hey, you need another speaker here. And I know the exact person for you. And I do the same thing for them whenever I'm on a stage. I was just in Vegas. I'll be in Florida on Tuesday. I'll be in Nebraska and in Houston in a couple of weeks. And I share their name everywhere. Listen, you got to get this person on their stage. And we swap stages, essentially. You need people in your team. I learned from Aaron Tarr, who is an incredible former client of ours, incredible friend who's become an incredible friend. And Aaron Tarr calls this term your success squad. How many people are in your success squad? People who are the right people, who are in the right rooms, who are pulling you in those rooms and opening doors for you. If you have the right content, if you have the right platform, and you have the right people, magic begins to happen. Are you seeing this? Are you starting to get how this is starting to make sense for you? Okay, step 2, convert. Most people put so much emphasis on the sales call, and that's why we did a training on day 3 on the sales process. But did you know the sales call is actually only a small part of the sales system? You need so many other pieces that surround the sales call to make it work. I actually get on sales calls that aren't sales calls. They're buyer calls. How many of you want to turn sales calls into buyer calls? In other words, sales calls where I'm trying to sell. Buyer calls are where, hey, I'm ready to buy. Just give me the details. Those are the easiest sales. Why? Because we're not just doing a sales call. We have a well-priced, positioned, and packaged offer. We have nurturing booking experience. We have strategic payment processes. We have a wow talk strategy. We have make it easy to say yes content. We have buyer-focused follow-up content. We have a new client fulfillment sequences. We have new clients' first impression experience. We have quick wins for retention. We have profit-maximizing next steps. All of these things make it easy for people to buy when they're on a buyer's call. It's the system that converts. And then step 3 is the scale, right? There's so many things involved in scale. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Hiring stand, clarifying your brand values and your brand identity, having the right tech and software solutions, making sure you're expanding into the right markets. Brand identity is so important. I had to put it twice, I guess. Making sure you have standard operating procedures or SOPs so that you can hire someone and they can step right in. Having automation so you're not doing all the work. Make sure you're developing your program. Every single year, we upgrade our content. Every single year in our curriculum. we update our curriculum. So making sure you're developing your program. Conversion launch events. How many of you want to do conversion events or want to increase your conversions with your launch events? Recurring revenue and passive income. This is the number one thing that creates freedom, is having income just consistently coming in. Once you have all of these things in position, that's when you begin to have conversations around acquisitions and mergers, where people want to buy your business. Did you know you can buy or you can sell a business? People will say, hey, I want to buy that. Now, some of you might be interested in that. Some of you might not be, right? Either way, whether that's the goal or not, you should still work on all of these things to scale, because it's going to give you the freedom to step away and be what's called a silent owner. Somebody put hashtag silent owner. 3-step, super simple business plan. Attract dream clients, attract dream leads, convert them into dream clients, and then scale so you can exit. Scale so you can be a silent owner. Here's the truth. You've made a decision. Now you have a choice. How do you create your own scalable offer that is a joy to deliver and generates profit for your business? I was actually just talking to my team about this. One of the biggest mistakes people make is, I got to make this more valuable. So we add more things to our programs and then it becomes over bloated. When the truth is, you can actually raise your price without adding more value. It's simply a matter of positioning your offer differently. How do you create your own unique sales system that turns leads into dream clients with confidence? How do you create a marketing message that grabs the attention of your dream clients? You can 100% take the information you got this week and try to implement it on your own, DIY it without feedback or a community, or you can decide to get extra support, strategy, and experienced, committed accountability, allowing us to guide you as you step into this new version of yourself. Here's the truth. You have a gift. You're an extraordinary, experienced, highly skilled coach. You create results for clients. But without clients, that skill doesn't matter. That certification doesn't matter. The work you've done doesn't matter. You might have comments on your stuff, but you don't have clients. You might have likes, but you don't have leads. You might have viewers, but you don't have buyers. At the end of the day, I know all you want, because all we all want, are clients you look forward to and are proud to work with. Clients who pay you well and value you as a professional. Clients who do the work and are committed to getting results. Are you ready to take your next big, bold step? Somebody put hashtag heck yes in the chat. Well, let me know. Would you like to hear what it would look like if you and I continued working together? Let me know in the chat. Give me a hashtag heck yes in the chat. Well, here's the good news. We have something called Clients with Purpose. Clients with Purpose is a 6-month accelerated mastermind and group coaching program for high-achieving, heart-centered, expert coaches. How many of you are heart-centered and want to achieve great things? Who are ready to attract, convert, and scale? Here's the good news. During the first 90 days, you will build a high-ticket offer, create a sales system that generates leads, and get visible in front of the right people, all while being coached by me and my team. Here's what you get when you say heck yes today. Clarity, confidence, credibility, authority, expert status, engagement, referrals, conversions, automation, happy money methods. Somebody who's like, I want some happy money, joy, and freedom. Now, here's just a quick breakdown. You get instant access to the 7-phase roadmap and video library, where we're going to show you how to craft an irresistible message, marketing strategy, and high-ticket offer that gets buyers coming out of the woodwork, ready to work with you. That's kind of a tongue twister. Then what's going to happen is we're going to show you how to sell it and launch it to mass markets. The 7 phases is number 1, thinking like a CEO, where you're going to work on your mindset, your perspective, and do deep inner work so you can find and create opportunities for your business. Phase number 2 is crafting your high-ticket offer, where you're going to uncover what's called the story of transformation that your clients are looking for using what's called our 21 offer pillars. So you can craft your high-ticket offer with confidence. Phase 3 is all about packaging your high-ticket offer, where you're going to craft what's called your buyer's story, where you're going to package and price your offer for strategic sales and build the online infrastructure of your program if you don't have that already. Phase 4 is all about building your sales system so that you can not only attract, but you can convert. So where you're going to piece together your booking process, sales content, payment strategy, client onboarding method, and client retention strategy using our do then done system. Phase 5 is mastering your wow talk and sales conversations, where you're actually going to rehearse with me and the team to get ready to land high-paying clients in a way that's easy and aligned to your values and business. We're actually going to do sales practice sessions where we're going to pretend to be potential clients so you can master it and build that confidence. Phase 6 is your initial launch, where you're going to leverage all the relationships we show you how to build in the program to land your first handful of clients, test your system, get ready for scale. That's our expectation. Phase 7 is building your audience, where you're going to leverage a 30-day marketing sprint. Now, we have a very strategic way for you to build your audience. You're going to build awareness and engagement on social, and you're going to use strategic collaborations to build a ready-to-buy audience you can tap into again and again. And I know we said 7, but we like over-delivering here. So phase 8 is what we call your launch mastery, okay? Where you'll create a highly engaging online experience, make an offer without sales calls, and build a repeatable system you can use to generate cash for your business without the revenue roller coaster most entrepreneurs struggle with. Now, here's the good news. We also offer 24/7. Somebody in the chat say 24/7 online access to support and accountability. This is like having a coach always in your back pocket or right next to you while you're on a sales call. And we actually we've created a 365-day roadmap. So even though it's only a 6-month program, we want to continue supporting you afterwards. Have you ever closed your laptop and felt like you've wasted your entire day on Facebook? You're not sure if what you're doing today will move your business forward? Well, the roadmap solves that problem. You literally have your next 12 months of action steps broken down for you with what to do each day to make money and build your business so you know you're moving in the right direction. This is taking the thinking out of the day so you can just go do. We also do weekly 60-minute coaching calls with most of the time going to helping you implement. Have you ever been on a coaching call where the person's just training and talking the whole time and then you're like, okay, I have to go figure out how to implement? Listen, we maybe do 5-10 minutes of training because it's all pre-recorded curriculum anyways. And then we say, okay, let's do it together. Like actually go on social. We'll help you craft the message. Actually, let's watch your sales call. Let's open up your email. We're going to do it with you so that we can make sure you're moving forward. This is one of the reasons why a lot of our clients get results, because we do it with them and we take out that I have to figure it out yourself. Remember, I'm anti-figure it out yourself. We do real-time sales conversations, role-playing sessions, so you can get real practice holding a sales call before you're on the phone with a real client. This way you can get live feedback so you can see where you would have lost the sale before it actually happens, which means you can actually close the clients you get on a call with. And we have actually invited a ton of experts to do what's called our profit masterclasses on topics like copywriting, sales, money mindset, negotiation, Facebook ads, etc. Literally anything you need, we've got experts who've either taught on it or we're bringing them in to teach on it, which is pretty incredible. All of that is included in Clients with Purpose. And 12 months access to the program, 24/7 online access to coaching, support, and accountability, the 365-day roadmap, weekly action accelerator coaching sessions for the first 6 months, real-time sales conversation role-playing sessions, and guest expert profit masterclasses. What we're going to do to also make this as easy as possible for you is we start with a 30-minute one-on-one revenue mapping session. We will personally sit down with you and spend 30 minutes and craft a custom game plan for your first 30 days so you can understand your revenue style and wealth type so you can generate revenue. Think about where you will be 30 days from now when you have this mapping done and you can just go take action. Then I'm going to offer an exclusive intensive. This is going to be a 4-hour intensive where we do deep inner abundance work. We do a visibility sprint session, and we do operational growth and success so that you can actually scale. We're going to audit where you're at, where you're making mistakes, and then fix it while we're in this intensive. And then the third bonus is we included a launch in a box. Okay. Imagine landing not just 1, but 5, 10, or even 25 clients at your premium price in a single week. Maybe you have a program, group coaching program that you want to fill up. With our launch in a box, you'll receive every email, social media post, PowerPoint, marketing strategy, and complete sales system so you can have your own 6-figure launch. So 12 months access to the portal, 24/7 online access to coaching, support, and accountability, 365-day roadmap, weekly action accelerator coaching sessions, real-time sales conversation role-playing sessions, guest expert profit masterclasses, plus the bonuses, which is a 30-minute, that says 60, it's a 30-minute one-on-one revenue mapping session, a bonus get it done virtual intensive, and a launch in a box mastery. Maybe you're like, oh my gosh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We talking about launch in a box. We've had people who do launches. They join our launch in a box. We identify like 5 tweaks, and then they're able to scale like rapidly. Most people who are already doing conversion events, you just need to like tweak a couple of things, and then you can start scaling really fast. If you've never done one, this fast tracks your journey by like 10,000 steps. Now, here's what's really cool. We have a 7-day world-class cool-off policy, which means you spend 7 days with us. And if you're not over the top satisfied, we'll cancel your account on the spot, and we won't even ask any questions. But wait, I want you to lean in. Okay, lean in. You're leaning in? Okay, we have something called your crazy, super insane, what the heck guarantee. If you somehow manage to not land a client during our time together, I will personally take your sales calls and help you close the sale. And then I'll break down why it was working for me and work with you until you make it happen. Now, I've actually, maybe you're like, wait, what? What? Can you say that again? Yeah. Crazy, super insane, what the heck guarantee. If you somehow manage to not land a client during our time together, I will personally take your sales calls and help you close the sale. Then I'll break down why it worked for me and work with you to perfect your process until you land a client. Now, here's the good news. I've never actually had to do this before because our programs like get people results. But you can absolutely, if for some reason we're going to, activate this guarantee to support you in the process. Now, we expect you to land your first high-ticket client within 4 to 6 weeks of joining Clients with Purpose. Some people take a little bit longer. Some people take really short. We've had people do it like really fast, but that's kind of the average of our clients. Here's the truth. When I'm your coach, when Brian's your coach, when Heather's your coach, you will not play a small game. I will, and we will at times gently nudge and other times firmly push you into taking massive action. And even though we have $100,000 offers, I think we talked about this with Brian, we sell things for $100,000. There's good news. You don't have to pay $100,000. Maybe you're like, wait, what? What? Yeah. Of course, there's a financial investment because this will literally set you up for years to come. It's not even like 10% of that. But here's your first step. We don't know if you're a good fit for us yet. What we want you to do is book your free Heck Yes Coaching Success call. All you got to do is go to www.clientswithpurpose.com and we'll have a coaching call with you. We want this to be the easiest heck yes so you can make for yourself and your business. If you're like, yes, Sean, oh my gosh, Clients with Purpose is exactly what I've been looking for, then this is your next big, bold step into setting yourself up for high-ticket success. Go ahead and click the link my team is sharing, www.clientswithpurpose.com. You'll be able to book your call, get all the information. Now, here's what's really cool. During our call together, you will receive the clarity you need to take your next big, bold step for free. This is a free call. How can we do this for free? We know some of you will be the perfect fit for Clients with Purpose. You're going to book the call. It's going to be awesome. Some of you won't, and that's okay. If you're not a good fit, we're still going to guide you to your next best step. Why? Because we like over-delivering. We're going to also, if you're not ready to take this step, give you additional resources to help you become ready to take this step. So if you're like, Sean, I'm not ready, but I need visibility help, we'll spend the time helping you with your visibility. If you're like, I need help with my offer, I'm not ready yet, we'll help you get ready with your offer. And we'll be honest. We'll tell you, you are absolutely ready for this, or we'll tell you, you're not ready yet. Why? Because if you're not ready and you join the program, that's going to kill our success rates. So booking your call right now is your energetic commitment that you're ready to move forward. In your Heck Yes Success call, we will take a comprehensive look at your current business model using our 17-point checklist. We're going to ask you 17 powerful questions to determine what you should prioritize right now and build a roadmap to your millions. Then we will give you that checklist so that you can then go implement. Now, you are one step away from stepping into your future. Book your free Get Me Moving Forward call right now. Go to clientswithpurpose.com. If you want to know exactly what you should do to get visible and find clients for your programs, consider this your visibility game plan strategy call. Now, doors close to say heck yes to yourself in 7 days. That's the wrong date, but in 7 days. Book your call now at www.clientswithpurpose.com. It's going to be this upcoming Friday, 7 days from now at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. If you thought this week was fire, Clients with Purpose will knock your socks off. Now, we got to give a couple of prizes away, so let's go ahead and get started. We got a $25 Amazon gift card too. Drum roll, please. Abby! Congratulations, Abby. You just won yourself a $25 Amazon gift card. We also got 3 book bundle winners. We got 3 book bundles that we're going to mail to you. The 3 winners are, drumroll please. We got Shirley. Shirley, congratulations, you won. Jesse, congratulations. And Paige, congratulations, you just won yourself a book bundle. These are books that have been part of our favorite books that have been super helpful for us, and we know they're going to be super helpful for you. And then we got a grand prize winner. We got 2 grand prize winners. Winner of the iPad mini is going to, drum roll please. Akam Wood! Congratulations, Akam. You just won yourself an iPad mini. We're so excited by it. And the 3-on-1 Coaches VIP Day. You get 3 coaches during this day, both myself, Brian, and Heather. The winner of the 3-in-1 Coaches VIP Day is, drumroll please, Catalina! Congratulations, Catalina. We're so excited to spend a full day with you. It's going to be pretty powerful and pretty incredible. You're going to get 10,000 steps ahead. It's going to be pretty awesome. So, claim your prizes by emailing us at support@abundanceworldwide.com in the next 72 hours. You have to email us, or else we can't give you the prize. And book your call right now at www.clientswithpurpose.com. It's a free coaching call. We want to support you on this call. Go to clientswithpurpose.com. That was the Scalable Coaches model. How many of you are like, oh my gosh, over the top excited by all of the incredible things? I'm seeing a congrats, Catalina. So good. Somebody says, yay, congrats, everyone. I see all kinds of winners. Love this. So good. Somebody says, hashtag over delivery, Sean Q. So good. Paige says, yo, take the call. Somebody says, hashtag heartfelt leaders. I love it. I love it. So let's go ahead and do some Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Heather. Heather, hey, good to see you.
Hello. I'm sitting here over on
also
Facebook.
going to bring in Brian. Hey, hello.
Hey.
How are you?
Doing awesome. So good to see how fun everyone's having today.
I know. So excited. Okay, so I want to do some questions, some Q&A, and it's going to be pretty awesome. So all you have to do is go to this QR code. It's $0. It's free. And you're going to be able to book your free coaching call with myself, Heather, or with Brian, and we will literally powerfully coach you. So make sure you book that call. And then once you've booked that call, let us know in the chat so we can celebrate with you. It's going to be pretty awesome. Someone said, all of you watching this challenge are the real winners. I love that. So good. Okay, so some questions. Heather and Brian, you've both been through Clients with Purpose as clients, and now we're business partners. Like, that journey has been so incredible to see you both succeed individually in your own businesses, and then for us to say, hey, let's do business together. It's been pretty incredible. What do you think makes Clients with Purpose different? And what is the reason or the secret sauce that has helped you to kind of scale your own businesses? We'll start with you, Heather.
Yeah, I will say the accountability piece is huge. And you touched on that earlier in this challenge today, is that the accountability, you do the work, you have the videos, you watch it, you come in and you implement it. Because for me personally, it's easy to be excited on a call. Oh, love everything I've learned. Yep. And then, all right, go ahead and do it. And then, like I shared, I'm like, oh, I might go take naps because there's a lot to do. So the accountability on the calls, taking action, really helped me move forward. It helped with my confidence. It helped me know, like, I'm staying committed to myself. I said I'm going to do this. I did it. And I did it because of the help of the group and doing it on the time. So with that momentum, then I was able to hop off the call and keep going. So the accountability piece was fantastic for me.
And what I want to just kind of riff on that, because what I loved about working with you, Heather, and what I love about working with you as a business partner now is, like, you're like, what do I do? And then, like, you go do the thing. Like, it's like you don't overcomplicate it. It's go do the thing. Okay, cool. I'm going to go do the thing. And you do the thing. And one of my favorite sessions working with you, actually coaching you, was like the reason why I love coaching our clients is because you show up with, I've done these 3 things. These 2 worked. This one didn't. Should I keep trying or should I do another thing? And you're like, you came prepared and it was pretty awesome. What are some of the things that you've noticed make someone a success story? Whether it's in this program or anything people do in life, what are some of the traits that people do that people kind of acquire and develop to make them successful, Heather?
Yeah, I think showing up and being committed. So and it starts with the personal commitments, right? I see that in my own life. If I'm committed to the small things, the commitments to the big things are easier. So people that are just willing to show up, they're willing to be coached, honestly, because sometimes people come in like, well, I already know all that, so they won't try it using the simple steps or the clarity. So, and again, something else we talked about this week. What is it? Well, I tried it. No, ask, how can I make it work for myself this time? So I think being open to possibilities, even if it feels like maybe you've done it before. So being open to possibilities, being excited and eager to learn, being a team player, because even though like we're the coach, right? And they are the client, it is a team thing. And so to me, that's always felt like that aspect in our community with the coaches. And so coming in and feeling open, excited, and just knowing your team player, do the work, and you will get the results.
So good. So I want to go to Brian now. Brian, what has been the most useful piece for you in the program, and what do you think makes it a little bit different?
Yeah, I think for me, what was helpful, and you used to call me the idea guy. I've got so many ideas. I could do this. I could do that. I could do all of these. I could go left. I could go right. I could go backwards. I could go forward. The program gave me laser focus. As I said, and I think especially because it's in a container, it gave me laser focus over a period of time. It wasn't just laser focus for today or the next day, but it's like, okay, I know what I got to do. I know what I got to focus on. And having that structure is what helps me go, I'm going to be a finisher. I'm going to really focus on this and get this out. And it kept me too busy to come up with other stuff. You're like, nope, I can't do that. So to me, I think that was super powerful. And then I think just having the community of other students was super powerful because I was having conversations with people who shared similar dreams, similar wants. None of us were wishing we were successful business people. We were actually having conversations on what does it take to move next. And I just think having that community is so huge and was a game changer.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, question came in is, when do you know you're ready to market on a certain platform? And I'm going to tag along to this. Like, when do you know you're ready to start getting visible? I'll answer it first, and then I'll give Brian and Heather a chance to answer this. The first thing is, in the program, we absolutely show you when to start getting visible, and we make it really, 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 really easy for you. So what I mean by that is we literally have exactly what to say, how to say it, when to say it, where to post it, how to structure it, like how to leverage the different social features, and like how you actually do it. Rather than you having to think about the process and strategize it, you actually go take action, you get engagement, and then we show you how it works so you can replicate it. That's pretty incredible. We actually have people on our orientation call do something, and one person got like 400 comments from potential dream clients from the thing we told them to go post, which was pretty incredible. So we tell you what to post, when to post it. As far as when you're ready for a certain platform, that's going to make sure you have the systems and the behind the scenes ready for your visibility. Because if you're getting visible, you're building an audience, but you have nowhere to send them to convert them, then you're going to get visible. You're going to spend all this effort, but you're not going to generate any revenue or land any clients. So I'm curious to hear from you guys. When do you know you're ready for a certain platform, like the tube of you?
Yeah,
I'll go
I'll
this way.
add. Yeah, let me just add to that. I think it's once you've done the work and you understand your dream clients and where they hang out, because you could be like YouTube stuff like fun, but if your people are hanging out in LinkedIn, yeah, you could do it, but it's not gonna give you any traction in your business. So I think once you know who you want to serve and where they're looking, that's when you know you're ready to hop on to where they're at.
So good. Heather, thoughts?
Yeah, for me personally, I think it's something that people can jump to it too quickly. So when are you ready for it? I mean, honestly, I would ask, are you already building a 7-figure or more business? If so, maybe, because what we've done is build a 6-figure business staying in one platform, right? There are areas where we might be sprinkled in, but the focus is on one. For me personally, in my own coaching business too, I found the same thing. Focus on one, do it well, do it with excellence. People will find you and you're going to attract your tribe. When I then was like, oh, maybe I need to do this, maybe I need to do that, it was spreading myself too thin, lacking the excellence, diluting my effort, which did not help the business and created more stress for me. So for me personally, keep the blinders on, keep the blinders on. So I would definitely encourage you to stay focused. And if you're ready to scale, are the numbers behind you supporting you? Do you have the sales, the systems? Do you have everything in place for it to be scalable? Do you have the support to be able to expand? And have you really truly, what's the word I'm looking for? Like exhausted, and I say that in quotes, that one platform, because a lot of times there's just some fear around reaching out and using that platform even more effectively.
Yeah, what's really powerful is we have something called the rule of one. It's one offer on one platform to one audience, the rule of one. One offer, one platform, one audience, until you're generating about $100,000 a year. And that's when you can begin to hire people to continue working on that one platform, that one offer, that one audience, until you're around 250 to 300,000. And then you focus on that one platform, that one audience, that one offer. And once you're about $500,000, that's when you can begin to hire other people to support the move to another platform. Because if you try to juggle multiple platforms, it's going to be a mess. Let's just think about the book of face. You have Facebook pages, you have Facebook profiles, you have groups, you have events. There's so many different features. You have live streams, you have Facebook TV. There's so many different features you can leverage on just one platform. If you're not using that one platform to its max, then you're going to get distracted by adding YouTube. And the Tube of You has shorts and live and promos and like there's just and communities, and there's so many things that are on that platform. You're going to get distracted if you go over to another platform. So we want alignment in two things when choosing your platform. Alignment with your level of comfort in showing up. Because if you're not comfortable and you feel resistance, you're not going to show up. So your level of comfort, developing your level of comfort on the platform, and making sure, like Brian said, your clients are actually hanging out there. So if you're comfortable on the platform and people see you being comfortable and shining, there's going to be a magic happening. Somebody says, #great points. So good. Somebody says, #question. I want to get on a call to help with my pricing. Would that be possible? 100%. Hop on our call. Book your call by going to clientswithpurpose.com or by clicking on this QR code. And you'll be able to, let me remove that real quick so you can actually click on the QR code. You'll be able to hop on a free coaching call to support you in moving forward, whether that's with your pricing, your positioning, your offer, etc. We're going to audit everything. We're going to identify how you can move forward, and we're going to support you in that process. So click on that link or go to Clients with Purpose, www.clientswithpurpose.com. Somebody says, rule of one, #gold nugget. Yes, so good. Okay, another question is, and I'll give this to Heather first. When you're ready to launch, or when you're ready to go do something, one of the biggest things that I harp on is not being a replication of the coach. Like, catch this. You can easily hire a coach and then just do the things they do, and then you'll get some level of results, but it won't be aligned to your personality and your story and your journey and you as a human. So it's not just a matter of replication. It's a matter of identification. Replicating and then identifying what works for me and what doesn't. Heather, can you kind of speak on this ability of finding what works for you and making it your own?
Absolutely, because I can tell you when you try to be your coach, it doesn't work, because that's exactly what I did. To be honest, I did the Clients with Purpose next level. So I had all the incredible support, all the tips, all the tools, everything. Sean was walking me through it. So much so that I'm like, okay, well, this worked for him. I'm just going to use the slides. This is how we're going to do it. And the first 2 challenges that I did, 0. I had people showing up. I had all kinds of excitement around it, not a single sale. And after I got comfortable with what this process was, what I was showing up, who I wanted to serve, how I wanted to do it, I then grew into, me. I wasn't trying to be Sean anymore. I was now Heather, learning all the tips that I've from Sean and making it my own. And when I did, I could feel how I showed up so much different. It just felt easy. It felt in alignment. The people that were coming in, commenting, and guess what, guys? I mean, can I even say what I had on that one? Because then after doing that, then it was a $30,000 challenge. So it really, I can speak to both sides, wanting to try to just seeing someone's success and thinking, well, that's what I need to do. We give you the tools, we give you the platform, we give you the guardrails, so to speak, to get you to where you need to go, but you get to choose what lane you're in. And early on, I was choosing, I'm going to be hooked on Sean's car. I'm the trailer. And instead, when I figured out to unhook and pick a different lane, but still keep those guardrails there, it's amazing. And I haven't looked back.
And that's so key in our program. We help you do that. Not just, okay, let's do everything I'm telling you to do. Do the things we're telling you to do, and let's identify how to make it your own. Brian, can you share a little bit about what the accountability and the coaching looks like? Because you hop on these calls every single week with our students. What does that coaching look like and feel like, and what's that process like?
Yeah, you kind of touched on it. We're going to spend a little bit of time either teaching something new or reinforcing what they just learned in each of the phases, and then we get right to work. Then it's going to be implementation. It's going to be, hey, show me, let's review your work. Let's see how this is. Let's see how you could take it to the next level. And kind of similar to what you and Heather were just talking about, I said, oh, that sounds like a Sean or Brianism. I want to hear it in your voice. I want to hear it in the voice of the people you're speaking to. And we really get towards keeping you in action every week, and also using that time to say, you know what, maybe you're having a moment. Maybe you're 3 weeks into this and you're like, oh, okay, this is starting to feel real. And we support you as a human, because none of this, we're not machines. We're humans, even when we have roadmaps that make this easy, when we've got the skills, we don't always actually use what we know. And that's because we have the human element. So you get that human support, and that's where I really care, is helping. Everything you need comes from within, and helping you find that, express that, and embody that.
So good, so good. Here's what's really incredible. I got a couple of comments coming in. I think it was Paige who says, I love the way you describe things, Heather. And then Shirley says, I agree with Paige. The way you explain things, I can identify with and understand. What's really cool is bringing along Brian, Heather, and Dan, who's our other co-founder of Abundance Worldwide. You don't just get me. You get people like Heather, you get people like Brian coming in to support. And although Brian's going to be with you on a weekly basis, all of us are here to support you and to see you win, which is pretty incredible. And so I think, let me know in the chat, is Heather and Brian amazing or what? They provide insight and just explain things so well. So good. Hey, we'll end with this. And this is a question for both of you. And for those of you who are watching, who've been in Clients of Purpose, I'd love to know in the chat, what has been helpful for you as you've gone through Clients of Purpose? I know we have Paige here, we have Akam, we have Valerie, we have others who have already gone through the program. What has been so powerful for you? So good. We have a question, and then I'll ask my last question, which is #question. If you can't afford to hire a VA yet for support, what do you prioritize? What do you prioritize? It's a great question. So here's my answer. You prioritize a couple of different things. Number one, sales, right? If you're not generating the revenue, focus on sales, focus on getting into conversations, focus on making sure that you have the right offer to the right audience. You want to do, you want to build your audience, and you want to get into conversation. Like the very next thing people should be doing is getting into conversations. We talk about this on day 2. I think Heather brought it up, is everything you do should lead to or support the conversation. Catch that. Everything you do should lead to or support a conversation. What do I mean by that? If you're posting something on social, number 1, are you calling out the right person? Number 2, are the people who are going to like it or comment on it the people you want to be in conversation with? Oh, I got like a little weird thing happening with my shirt. Okay, number 3, If you're going live, are you asking at the very end and sharing, hey, I just shared this educational tip in my live stream. I want to help you apply this for yourself. And it's very easy for us to do that. All you have to do is click on the link below. I'm going to share it below and book a link. Use that link to book a call with me. Right? Is everything you're doing supporting the conversations you want to be in? If you're not generating revenue, everything should lead to a conversation or everything should support the conversation. I've been in conversations where people are like, Sean, I read the thing you posted on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I post on Facebook? I totally forgot. And they're like, it resonated so well with me and I'm so ready to connect. And like, tell me more about what you do. Everything should support or lead to the conversation. Let's go with Heather. Thoughts?
Sorry, my son just came in and was asking me a question, so I got distracted. So you wanted me to answer as far as like the VA, like if they can't afford a VA?
What should I prioritize if I'm not generating revenue right now? Like if it's just me, if I'm a solo coach and it's just me, what do I prioritize?
Yeah, no, I would continue to say it's the conversations. It's so easy to get bogged down, and I say it because I did it myself, is that it's easy to think about all the other tasks that you can do. And if you aren't in conversations, that you're really missing out on a whole lot of opportunities that are literally right in front of you. So I would encourage them to continue to do that. And honestly, as far as the VA goes, one thing that I sometimes got too fast pulling that cart at pulling the cart ahead of the horse, right, is the whole saying, where I didn't have my systems and things in place to be able to have them be effective. So it was a waste of money. So you make sure you're staying in conversations. As you're in conversations, you're able to create systems, you're able to create the SOPs that when you get ready to hire that VA, you're going to be able to really capitalize and maximize on it. Till then you're like, this is the best decision I ever made. And I can say that because I tried that process several times before I could say this was the best decision I ever made, just because I wasn't ready for it.
So good. Brian.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say one thing is find out how much a VA cost. Put that number down and then say, I am going to sell enough to fund this. So because right now you're probably thinking, oh, it's gonna be, and the other thing is, this is a Dean Graziosi story that I love, is he talks about at one time when he's starting to be successful, his dad drove by his house and he had someone mowing his lawn. And he's like, what? You're Mr. Big Shot? You can't even mow your own lawn? And he's like, I could pay this person $50 for me to use that same time to earn $250. So it's $200 profit for me to do that. So when you think about a VA, think about how it frees you up to make more. So going back, figure out how much they cost, commit to selling just that much, and then create a vision for, if they do this, how much more can you bring into your business?
So good. And I think we talked about this. First of all, okay, if you haven't booked your call, book your call. Congratulations to every single person, every single one of you who already booked your call. I'm so excited to coach you, and Brian and Heather are so excited to coach you as well, to get on that free coaching call. So it's an absolutely free call for you. We will actually coach you, so you'll be able to do that. So what's super fun is I mentioned in today's training, identify what you want, right? I put on my document, I want a stylist to style me and like to show me how to dress my body. I have a very disproportionate body. So I have short legs and a longer torso, and I have broad shoulders. And so I need to find clothes that actually fit me. And so what happened was I hired a stylist and actually connected with somebody that Brian knew, hired her, and she gave me like 10 different options of things and showed me how to dress myself. That was on my I want list for a while. And I said, okay, I'm going to generate revenue to go make that purchase. So if for you it's a VA, identify what's your dream team look like. Maybe for you it's a social media manager. Maybe for you it's a producer to help you produce live shows where all you do is show up and you create content. And it's amazing. Maybe for you it's something completely different. Identify what you want, put it on your document, and go from there. Okay, somebody says, hashtag gold nugget, declaring I'm going to sell enough to fund this. Somebody says, Clients with Purpose was just the most positive experience in my business building and mindset growth, as well as the incredible network I am now surrounded by. So good. Somebody says, I want a stylist. Put that on your stylist or on your I want statement. And somebody says, hashtag a stylist is so fun. We have a referral for you if you're ready and willing.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Also,
She helped me so much.
yeah, she helped you too. And you took branding photos after the you got your clothes, and it was like amazing. And I was like, oh my gosh, Brian, these photos look amazing. Okay, somebody says also define what kind of VA do you want? Absolutely. Like absolutely define what are the responsibilities that you know are part of like, okay, I have to do these. These are the necessary things as part of business building, but I don't want to do it. Like I want somebody else to do it. Here's what's really exciting. There are things I hate doing. Let me tell you. Okay, listen. I do not like, I very much dislike, I hate the word hate, but I very, 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 very much dislike doing tech stuff. I can go into the tech and like do it, but I do not enjoy it. It does not bring me joy. Brian and Dan, who's in the background of our business, Brian and Dan love all that process stuff. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you guys are amazing at this. You can click all the stuff and figure out all the things, and it's amazing. And the amount of growth you can experience when you are no longer doing things you don't like, and when somebody is doing the thing you don't like and they love it. I have been in meetings with Brian where Brian's like, oh my gosh, I just looked at this tech thing and it's amazing, and here's how it works and all these things, and it's amazing. And it's like, oh wow, that's phenomenal. So it's so amazing what part of my I want list is people on my staff who love the work they do, doing things I don't love doing, because there's an acceleration that happens when you have a full audience of people who love it. So congratulations to those. We have had several people of you book calls, so congratulations on booking calls. Make sure you use that QR code. It's like right over here, right next to Heather's face. Take a picture of that. Not Heather's face, of the QR code. But you can if you want, I guess. We're live. So take a picture of that. You'll be able to book your call. Okay, my last question is, what would you say to the person who's like, man, I've done other programs before and it hasn't worked. Or, man, I've been in business for so long and it hasn't worked. And like, I don't know. Can you help me? What would you say to encourage that person? Let's go with Brian first this time.
Can you ask that again? I was following up on something internally.
Yes. So can you share with others a little bit about, what would you say to the person who's like, oh my gosh, I've done other programs, I've done other things, and this is like, I don't know, I've been in this for so long and I just want this dream to work. What would you say to encourage that person?
Yeah, I think one is check your heart and really take a moment to say, what is my intention? And you are only as successful as you are ready to put into it. You get what you put into it. So if you've had challenges in the past, they may have been bad programs or challenging programs, but I think it might be worth to just take a moment to say, what did I give into it? Did I actually do the action? Did I actually follow up? Did I actually allow myself to grow? And so the thing that I have found as a coach, our heart never shuts up about our dreams. As much as we try to ignore it, as much as we want to distract ourselves or say, that's not for me, that's not for me, our heart keeps going, you want this, you want this, you want this. So I would just have you just check into your heart and say, okay, it's obviously telling me that this is something I truly want. And then ask, what would it take for me to be ready to make the most successful out of it? There was a past client of CWP, and I think she said one of the most beautiful things is she actually said, you know what, as amazing as all the content and the coaches was, you know what was the defining moment for me is when I decided to invest in myself. The minute I decided to do that, I knew I would be successful. So I think a lot of people invest in programs or they buy courses, they buy things, but look at this as investing in yourself. And once you realize that, it's going to be a game changer. It's going to make this time be so much more successful.
So good. Heather.
I love what you said, Brian, about investing in yourself. And I think that is so key for me. When you said that, what I heard was believing in myself. You used the word investing. What I heard was believing in myself. And just because of my programs and my own personal life for years, felt like I wasn't good enough. I wasn't smart enough. I wasn't capable enough to be able to succeed, to have the success that I wanted. And so when I did the deep work and all that and showed up, that then I was like, yes, I'm putting the money here, not because I'm investing in myself and what I want to do, what my heart is telling me not to shut up about. And let me tell you, you're right, because my heart, there are times like, oh no, I don't think that's me. I'm not capable. What? And I kept going anyway. I invested in myself. I believed in myself. And the cool thing about CWP is that even in those moments when maybe I was starting to kind of shrink a little bit and thinking like, I don't know, the people in the room, they will not let you stay there. They're going to encourage you to and give you the confidence and borrow their confidence when you don't have it. And so I can't say enough about the program and what we do and the people that come in. It's not, yes, it's us showing up and doing the coaching, but it's also about every single person that is a part of CWP, every single client. You can see my dog. I've been gone for 2 weeks, so this is as far away as he's been from me this entire day.
If I can just add really quick to what you were saying, is also think about the kind of courses you've done. You might have done do it yourself. CWP is done with you. You're not alone. Not only do you have the other students, but you also have the group coaching with myself or any one of our other leadership team, so you aren't alone. So thank you for reminding me of that, Heather. Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, if anyone's feeling like, just unsure, I just want you to book the call, because honestly, and I've been on many calls here this week because I'm doing what we're asking you to do, right? I've been in calls, and it's a no pressure. It is asking questions, and you go with your gut, you go with your heart. Does this feel like it's the right fit and the right time with the right people? We want you in here. If it doesn't feel like it, we'll still be here for a long time when the time is right for you, right? I mean, we're not leaving. And I think that's the cool thing, is that within the calls and within the coaching that we do, not only are we there to support you and we're hearing, but we're also seeing what you're saying. Because I was with one student here recently, and she's saying she needs to go this direction and feeling really like that's what she should do, right? That should and shame. She's going this direction. But as I heard her, and I'd see what she'd say when she'd talk about this other thing, I'm like, you're lighting up when you talk about this. Let's just explore it. What is this looking like for you, right? So I think sometimes we go into things thinking that there's a certain path and what we need to do, and we need, and all that. If you're uncertain, hop on a call. I was real as you get. I'm sitting here in a hoodie, and honestly, I wasn't even ready for this. I'm like, oh wait, I'm actually on screen again today. I need to run over here. So we are real. We are authentic. We just want to see you guys win as much as what we want our wins in the world, right? We just want to grow and improve the world, and we're doing it with you guys.
So good. Okay, I want to read this comment. Somebody says, done with you. Yes, I love that it was self-paced, over-supported, and I felt comfortable as a person who needed to do things differently. It was the best learning experience. So good. I love that. Self-paced, over-supported, and felt comfortable. That's amazing. I love that. Thank you so much for that share. So make sure you book that call. Thank you for everybody who has booked that call. If you haven't booked it, it's free. It's a free opportunity for you to get in a one-on-one with myself, Brian, or Heather, and we will legitimately coach you to that next level. We'll make an invitation if we think it's a good fit, and if it's not, that's okay. It will not be a waste of our time because we get to support you, and I love what Heather said. It's a no pressure call. Literally, we'll hop on a call and we'll support you. Let me know in the chat what your biggest gold nugget this week was. And congratulations to those of you who won. Make sure you email us so that you can claim the prize. We'll be sending those out later today. So if you don't get it, email us and we'll make sure you get it. But so good. Somebody says, I've seen Paige grow so much being in your programs. I love that. That's amazing. So good. So book that free call. You'll be able to get that free coaching call. Consider this your strategic call or your visibility call or your sales call. Whatever you need support in, we're going to support you on that call. So get in that call, book that, use that QR code, or go to Clients with Purpose, www.clientswithpurpose.com. The team's going to put that link in the chat one more time so you can easily click it and book that call. Now, here's what's exciting. All next week, we got bonus training. Somebody say #bonus in the chat. We got some bonus trainings, and it's going to be pretty incredible. So I'm going to give everyone 30 seconds. Heather, 30 seconds, last word.
Oh, my last word. I was typing in the chat, bonus trainings. So I'm just excited that it doesn't end. We said it's a 5-day challenge. Feel like it's over. It's not over. So just keep coming. Keep coming along for the ride with us.
So good, so good. And Brian, last
Oh
word.
man, I, I'm just gonna go with what I said the other day is either get going or keep going. Um, if you've just been absorbing all of this week, start applying. If you've been applying, keep going because action dissipates fear. Making the choice to go forward is going to change everything for you.
So good. I love that. Action removes fear. Removes that barrier. You feel afraid, do it anyways. You feel afraid, feel the fear and say, okay, what is this fear telling me? And how can I create action despite this fear? Remember, fear is not a stop sign. It's a signal. It's simply telling you, hey, something might be a little off or be a little cautious here. Might say, hey, you need a little support here. Don't let fear stop you. Allow fear to inform you of how to move forward. Go ahead and book your call, clientspurpose.com, or click on that QR code. My team's going to put the link in the chat so you can easily click it. And I just want to encourage you. Here's my last word. It's been an honor coaching you this week. Don't let this be information. Turn this into action, whether you're watching the live or the rerun, whether you showed up all 5 days or you just showed up for today, whether you won a prize or you didn't. Showing up, taking action is what's going to lead you forward. Making decisions is going to lead you forward. If you're kind of wavering back and forth, you're like, oh, I don't know if this is the right fit. We have other programs. We'd love to hop on a call with you to support you and see if there's another fit for you. You might hear my daughter in the background. What I want you to do is I want you to put your hand on your heart and you just want you to breathe in and feel that you're alive. I want you to find a sacred spot for you. And I want you to ask yourself, what do I need from the team as you book that call? Before you hop on that call, I want you to close your eyes, find a sacred spot and ask yourself, what do I need from this call to move forward? And bring that to the call and we'll coach you. It's been an honor coaching you. I'm Sean Q, CEO of Abundance Worldwide, your sales coach this week. And we'll see you next week and on the coaching call. Bye, everyone.